Hi everyone! We are going to talk about how insects decide if they are going to be male or female. Hopefully we can all agree that insects are some of the most diverse groups of animals in the world. Just like their biological diversity, they must have many different ways to determine sex.
It's just amazing how diverse insects are. But let's just start with the familiar. You and I are humans, and because we're humans, we have XX chromosomes for females and XY for males. Well, many insects actually use a similar system, and this system is called heterogamity. In the XXXY system, males have one X and one Y chromosome, while females have two X chromosomes. Very familiar, right? Hopefully it is.
But sometimes, insects have decided to use only the XX/XO system instead. In this version, males only have one X chromosome, no partner chromosome at all. Females still have two X's, but males are just rocking with a single X.
Funny enough, insects have evolved exact opposite mechanisms as well. Instead of males being the ones with the mismatched chromosomes, it's the female. This is called the female heterogamity, and it uses the ZW and ZZ system. An example of this is in Lepidoptera, the butterfly's moth, where females carries one Z and one W chromosome, and males have two Z chromosomes. If you were a bird or snake, you'll be familiar with the systems, as those species also use this system. Okay, but I think the coolest one has to be the haplodiploidy. This system works by having the males be haploid and develop from unfertilized eggs, while females are diploid and develop from fertilized eggs. It's well known in Hymenoptera, but it's found across some other clades in insects and vertebrates. I mean, how cool it is?
The most famous example of that is the honeybee. In a honeybee colony, a queen usually flies out of mate with the male honeybees from other colonies in their early life. One queen will mate with many males and receive up to 6 million sperms. The queens will store all the sperm in an organ called spermatheca and use the sperm later when they lay eggs. When laying the eggs, the queens will determine whether to fertilize the eggs or not based on the size of each hexon room. Only when the room is big enough so that the queens decide to lay an unfertilized eggs. And this is how the honeybee control and manipulate the sex of their offspring by using the haplodiploidy.
All of these chromosome systems are built on what we call the transformer and double sex gene pathway. These genes are like the master switches that control sex determination in insects. This is how it works. Firstly, there is a primary signal, which could be the number of X chromosomes or a specific gene on the Y chromosome. This signal determines whether the transformer gene gets activated or not. If activated, it causes the double sex gene to splice in a female specific way, producing female characteristics. If the transformer isn't activated, double sex splices in a male specific way, creating a male insect.
In English, no matter what chromosome system an insect uses, the sex determination funnels down to this molecular pathway. This pathway is so fundamental that scientists have found it across many species.
The diversity of sex determination within insects also tells us that there is no right way to determine sex. Nature has experimented with many different systems, and they all work in their own way.
Next time you see a butterfly, bee, or even a fly, you can remember that there are complex biological systems working behind the scenes to determine if that insect is a male or a female. You can also remember that they have a much cooler system than you have yourself.